The story begins with a young girl and a young boy playing in an abandoned mortuary. The girl leads the boy to a room filled with freezers. Smiling, she says, "I know you like me. If you go inside this empty freezer, you'll get a chance to kiss me." The boy climbs in, but the girl, jokingly, closes the freezer door from outside and walks away. The boy screams for help, but no one comes. The innocent child remains trapped in the cold, dark freezer for 3 days, without food or light, surrounded only by the stench of decaying corpses and an eerie silence. When he is finally freed after 3 days, the experience leaves a deep scar on his mind, completely shattering his mental state. The story then jumps ahead several years to a bright, intelligent young woman named Eva, a veterinary student. On this particular day, she arrives late to her practical session at college and is scolded by her professor. The class is learning how to perform procedures on rats. When asked to make an incision, Eva's hands start trembling and she can't go through with it. Frustrated but embarrassed, she quietly puts the rat in her bag to take home. Later, Eva confides in her friend that she's thinking about quitting vet school because hurting animals is beyond her capacity. Her real dream is to become an actress, so she often goes to auditions. Afterward, Eva goes to look at an apartment for rent. The landlord shows her the space and she likes it, especially the low rent, so she decides to take it. A few days later, while Eva and her friend are moving in her things, she meets a young man named Alex, who turns out to be her neighbor in the apartment next door. As they carry furniture inside, someone secretly watches them from a building across the street. It's the landlord, who lives there with his girlfriend. After finishing the move, Eva and her friend glance out the window and notice a man staring at them from the opposite building, his gaze strange and unsettling. That night, Eva goes to a party with her friend, where they run into Alex again. He jokes around with both of them and dances with Eva's friend. Later, the three return home together. Alex invites them in for drinks, and Eva initially declines. But when her friend insists, Eva agrees. At Alex's apartment, everyone drinks and chats. During the conversation, Alex mentions he's a surgeon, and Eva's friend flirts with him. As the night wears on, Eva heads to her room to sleep. While she sleeps, someone suddenly grabs her. When she opens her eyes, she's in a dark basement, lying on a bed with handcuffs on her wrists. Eva has no idea where she is or who has captured her. She struggles to free herself but can't. Her eyes fall on cameras and speakers installed around the room. It's clear that the kidnapper is monitoring her every move. Eventually, she falls asleep again. When she wakes up, she finds food and water set on a table before her. The basement door opens, and a man wearing a black suit and an oxygen mask enters. Eva's heart races. Mustering her courage, she asks, "Do I know you? Why am I here?" She pleads for him to let her go, but he silently closes the door, leaving her screams echoing in the empty room. Later, she needs to use the bathroom. Panicked, she calls out, "I need to go to the bathroom." The camera and speakers capture her voice, but no one comes. She spends the day unsuccessfully trying to free herself. The next day, the man in the black suit and oxygen mask returns. Eva immediately says she needs the bathroom. When he comes to unlock her handcuffs, she asks, "Why did you take me?" He says nothing and turns to leave. She pleads, "Please, let me use the bathroom." He unlocks her cuffs and stands guard while she goes to the basement bathroom. Eva asks again, "Why am I here? What do you want from me?" Hearing this, the man becomes enraged and beats her before leaving. As Eva lies on the bed, crying, her gaze falls under the bed, where she notices the name Lisa written there. A little while later, the same man returns and injects Eva with another shot, making her body even weaker. In a dazed voice, Eva trembles and asks, "Who is Lisa? Did you lock her up like you did me? What exactly do you do with the girls?" But, as always, the man stays silent and quietly leaves, while Eva's mind swirls with fear and questions. In the basement, Eva spots a steel rod and starts pounding on the ceiling as hard as she can, hoping someone will hear her and come to help. Upstairs, the homeowner is taking a shower when he suddenly hears the banging. It quickly becomes clear that Eva is being held captive in the basement of the same house. Eva keeps striking the rod and shouting for help. Her cries reach the neighbor Alex, too. Then the man returns to Eva. This time, Eva attacks him with the rod, hitting him repeatedly until he collapses to the ground. She tries to remove his oxygen mask to see his face. He struggles to stop her, but Eva manages to pull it off and freezes in shock. It's none other than her neighbor, Alex. Immediately, Alex pulls out a stun gun and knocks Eva unconscious, quickly leaving the basement without removing his mask. At the same time, the homeowner arrives and asks, "Were you fixing something? I heard strange noises from downstairs." Alex quickly responds, "Yeah, I was just checking the bathroom pipe." Meanwhile, Eva slowly regains consciousness in the basement and furiously grabs Alex's oxygen mask lying on the floor, smashing it repeatedly. Then, glaring at the camera, she hurls insults at him. Hearing this, Alex grows enraged and cuts the oxygen supply in the room, making it extremely difficult for Eva to breathe. She writhes in pain until he restores it after a few moments. The truth is, Alex has trouble breathing in enclosed spaces, which is why he always wears an oxygen mask. On the surface, he seems calm and harmless, but underneath, he is mentally unstable. He takes a disturbing pleasure in imprisoning people, controlling them, and using them for his own purposes. Eva realizes that Alex isn't just strange, he's mentally ill and extremely dangerous. She starts devising a clever plan to escape. When Alex enters the basement again, Eva tries to speak to him gently, attempting to distract him and lure him closer so he will trust her. But Alex sees through her plan, shoves her away, and leaves the basement. He had secretly built the basement directly beneath his room and always covered the secret door with the sofa to prevent anyone from discovering it. He then sneaks into Eva's room and takes the pet rat she had brought home. On the way out, the homeowner sees him from the opposite house but says nothing. Alex keeps the rat in the basement and injects Eva again. He continues giving her shots because he has a bigger plan for her. Sometime later, the homeowner returns to Alex's house, saying, "I want to see how your pipe got damaged." Alex tries to stop him, but the homeowner grows suspicious since Eva has been missing for several days, and he had seen Alex quietly leaving her room. The homeowner heads straight to the bathroom to check the pipe. While using a tool, it makes a noise that reaches Eva in the basement. She immediately starts banging the rod and screaming for help. Now, the homeowner is convinced that Alex has built a secret basement under his room. He tries to move the sofa to access it, but before he can act, Alex silently approaches from behind, ties a rope around his neck, and attacks him. The homeowner struggles violently to free himself, but Alex mercilessly kills him. He drags the body into the basement and also kills Eva's beloved rat. Alex gives Eva a stern warning. If you try to escape, the same fate will be yours. While Alex is cooking in the kitchen, a detective arrives at the landlord's house. Finding it locked, he calls the landlord on the phone. Eva, hearing the ringtone, quickly uses her feet to pull the phone out of the landlord's pocket and is about to answer when the call abruptly ends. Eva tries to call the police to explain her situation, but Alex returns with food. She immediately hangs up and hides the phone under the bed. As Alex leaves the food, the phone rings again. Panicked, Eva picks it up and tries to inform the police, but Alex catches her, covers her mouth, and takes the phone. He tells the police his girlfriend accidentally called and then smashes the phone, brutally beating Eva. Summoning all her courage, Eva strikes Alex hard on the head, grabs the key, and unlocks her handcuffs. She rushes out of the basement but finds no way out, as Alex has installed digital locks throughout the house. While fleeing, Eva sees a girl in one of the rooms who cannot speak or move. She is completely paralyzed. Eva notices a small ventilation duct and tries to escape through it, but Alex catches her from behind, knocks her unconscious, and drags her back. A strange man in the opposite building witnesses everything, but unfortunately for Eva, the man is completely blind. At that moment, the doorbell rings. Alex quickly tapes Eva's mouth and locks her in a room before answering. The detective is standing there, questioning Alex about Eva, who has been missing for several days. Alex claims he last saw her about a week ago. The detective notices a bruise on Alex's head and becomes suspicious, but without concrete evidence, he leaves. Alex drags Eva back to the basement and ties her tightly. Eva asks, "Who is the paralyzed girl?" Alex coldly replies, "She's my girlfriend. She had a car accident and is now completely paralyzed." He tells Eva, "If you cooperate with me, I'll let you go after a few days," then injects her again, rendering her unconscious. Alex performs surgery to remove one of her kidneys and uses it for a transplant for his girlfriend. Meanwhile, the detective investigates Alex further. He learns that years ago, Alex was treated in a hospital. Meeting the doctor, he discovers that as a child, a girl had locked Alex in a freezer for 3 days. This traumatic experience severely affected his mental state, and he didn't speak to anyone for an entire month. It is also revealed that the little boy seen at the beginning of the story was Alex, and the girl who locked him in the freezer was Lisa. Meanwhile, after the surgery, Eva wakes up to find herself back in the basement. A thick bandage wraps her stomach, and she has no clue what's happened to her. Alex explains to her that his girlfriend had been in a horrific car accident that completely destroyed her kidney. Ever since, he had been searching for someone whose kidney would be a perfect match. When he discovered Eva was a match, he kidnapped her and forcibly removed one of her kidneys. He tells her, "You need strict rest for a few days. After that, I'll let you go." At that moment, Eva notices the corpse of her friend in the basement, someone Alex had brutally murdered. The horrifying sight fills her with terror and grief. Meanwhile, a detective learns that a girl named Lisa has gone missing, the same Lisa who as a child had locked Alex in a freezer to punish him. The detective immediately contacts Alex, summoning him to the police station. Hearing the call, Alex panics. The detective is already outside Alex's house, parked and waiting. As Alex drives toward the police station, the detective enters his house to search it. At that moment, Alex calls, "I'm at the police station." The detective responds, "Okay, I'll be there in 15 minutes. During the search, the detective finds a paper with Lisa's name and photo on it. Then, in one of the rooms, he actually sees Lisa herself. He realizes Alex brought her there to settle old scores and act on his hatred. The detective tries to talk to her, but Lisa is paralyzed and unable to respond. Suddenly, a strange noise from the basement catches the detective's attention. He moves toward it, gun drawn, shifts a sofa, and discovers a hidden basement door. The door is locked, and he realizes Eva is trapped inside. He tries calling for backup, but there's no signal. While searching for a signal, Alex ambushes him from behind. A brutal struggle ensues, and Alex kills the detective, dumping his body in the basement. Now Eva relies on her wits to survive. She tries to distract Alex, luring him toward her in a seductive way. He falls for it and starts kissing her, but Eva suddenly reaches for his gun. Alert, Alex threatens to kill her. Afterward, he tends to Lisa, giving her medication and caring for her obsessively. Sometime later, Alex returns to the basement, unaware that Eva is hiding. She attacks him from behind and manages to escape. However, the main door of the house is locked with a password. Unable to open it, Eva heads straight to Lisa, hoping she can help. Just then, Alex bursts in, gun raised. He explains that he paralyzed Lisa to punish her for the inhumane treatment she gave him as a child. The long-term medication he administered also destroyed her kidney. Despite this, Alex loved Lisa and wanted her close at all times. His obsession drove him even to perform her kidney transplant. Alex drags Eva toward the basement at gunpoint. As they enter, Eva cleverly slams the basement door onto his hand, causing the gun to drop. She grabs it and shoots him, but he still grabs her, and a deadly struggle ensues. Finally, Eva finds the security lock key and traps Alex inside the basement. Alex screams, begging for the door to be opened, but Eva shuts off the oxygen supply. He suffocates, dying inside. In the end, Eva successfully escapes the clutches of the dangerous predator.